Hi, my name is Dione Drew, and I am running to be next year's Senior Class Council Treasurer. I would like to thank WUTV, Student Life, KWER, and the Student Union Election Commission for making this happen. I was looking forward to a debate tonight. This is a really momentous election. As you may know, I wrote an op-ed last Friday for Student Life introducing myself to this campaign. If you want to check it out, it's called Change is Important, but so are dollars. It is currently the most commented on article on studlife.com, 40 comments in 2 days. And if the comments are any indication of this class as a whole, people are fired up about this election. Senior Class Council Treasurer is the most hotly contested position of any class council. My opponents were unavailable during this time, so unfortunately you don't get to watch a debate. However, I am more than happy to present this statement to you. Although I have 10 minutes to talk about how great I would be in this position, I thought that I would address some of the concerns brought up as comments on my editorial. That way it feels like a discussion, and I'm being fair to those who had to cancel tonight's debate due to other obligations. Number 1, slates. I am not running on a slate, but I am running against the treasurers of 2 slates. Slates are awesome. They bring people together in a common vision. But they also allow members to hide behind a catchy name and gimmicks. The sweeping "vote for all of us" lets so much information through the cracks. For instance, what are the external and internal vice presidents going to do? Even if they would have only stated their responsibilities and said that they knew how to handle them, I would have been happy. But we didn't even get that. As an independent, I've been forced to stand on my own platform, if you will, on my own qualifications and why I believe I'm the best candidate for this job. 2, past performance. I have taken issue with the past performance of our current treasurer who is running for a 3rd term. I have not taken issue with the other positions because I'm not running for the other positions. It is not my place or my responsibility to debate them when I have my own issues at hand. But why treasurer? Why not run for president? According to the Class Council Constitution, it is the treasurer's job to 1, manage the budget and finances of the council, and 2, ensure that the members of the Class Council exercise fiscal responsibility in their actions. For the last 5 semesters, I have been involved with Team 31, the group that puts on Wild. I have a lot of experience working with fiscal responsibility through that group. My concerns stem from wasteful expenditure of our resources. It is not the job of the treasurer to rubber stamp irresponsible spending. It is her job to hold the other members accountable. It has been commented several times online that the previous treasurer was just one person, that everyone else wanted the spending. First of all, to say you're only one person in a group of 5 people is moot. Secondly, it is your job as treasurer to stand up to the other members and make sure they are utilizing class council money in a way that will benefit the most number of students in the most fun and memorable ways. In the last 2 years, here are some examples of class council spending. Our sophomore year, $3,000 were spent on food, and we had $1,000 left over at the end of the term. This year, we've had 1 event in 6 months. We've had $1,000 spent on burritos for a meet and greet that was poorly publicized and was not attended by many, if any, juniors. The food was given away to students who are not in our class. From a comment on my editorial on studlife.com, I found out that the current class council is planning 1 more event for March 18th. That is 2 weeks away. As of last night, our Student Union finances page did not reflect any purchase orders or preparation for this event. Finally, we have an example of a good event and good planning, but the treasurer has not been fulfilling his responsibilities. This is not a personal attack. I saw a problem with the way our money was managed, and I realized I could do a better job. That is all. 3, but you're just a treasurer. It's your job to do the budget, not to program. You can suggest ideas at Washington University to a group without being a member. You can submit an editorial to Student Life, you can make a suggestion to Wild, and you can make a suggestion to Student Union. And in all of those cases, you'll be taken seriously. If you can make suggestions and not be in a group, then I think it makes sense that people inside the group would also be able to have ideas. I am not running to be a human calculator or a rubber stamp. I'm running to be a contributing member of an organization. 4, working with Slades. No, I am not on a slate. Some people believe that if I win, other slates will have difficulties working with me because I overcame one of their members. The previous treasurer has held that position for 2 years under 2 different presidents. He has had the chance, twice, to work with a self-selected group of people. Both times resulted in fiscal failure. Some people think I won't be able to work with other members of a slate. I knew all of the members of all of the slates before last week. We are friends. As I said before, this is not personal. I would work well with any grouping of people selected for class council. How do I know that? Because we all have one ultimate goal, to have the best senior year, and specifically senior trip and senior week, we can. I don't want to shoot down spending ideas. I want our resources to be used effectively. For everyone running for a position, I wish you the best of luck, and I look forward to working with you to make our class council the best it can be, whether or not any of us are chosen to represent our class. 5, experience. I have not said that the other candidates are inexperienced. In fact, I believe both of them do have some experience as treasurers. What I do believe, however, is that my experience most closely relates to the job as class council treasurer. As I mentioned before, for the last 5 semesters, I have been involved with Team 31, the group that puts on Wild every semester. For the last 2 semesters, I was one of the co-chairs of the group. Team 31 has the largest allocation and therefore the largest budget of any student group on campus. My opponents say they will make the best use of the money we have. Team 31 is all about doing the best you can with your money and working within university resources and restrictions. My opponents also say that they want to unite the class for our senior year. Well, that's what Wild is all about. It is a single event every semester that unites or even has the possibility of uniting Washington University students across all backgrounds, involvements, and areas of interest. I had seniors and graduate students tell me last semester that David Banner, Talib Kweli, and Little Brother was the best Wild they'd attended. I want to bring that feeling of fun and unity, tempered with responsibility, to our class council. And my last point, specifics. It's easy to throw around words like responsibility and unity, but what do they mean? Some ideas I have for both fundraising and programming are bar nights, a house party, an online date auction, a workout buddy finder, and a puppy pen. Find me around campus if you want to hear about any of them. As treasurer, if I don't agree with a certain use of money, I will explain why and give the other members a chance to explain why they think the idea is worthy of funds. If one side makes more sense, it will become apparent in rational discussion. It is not an overstatement to say that we have a momentous decision ahead of us. I hope all seniors will be involved in generating fundraising and programming ideas for next year, and voting on WebStack tomorrow and Thursday is the best way to get started. When you get to the treasurer section, remember 3 things. 1, what do you have to show from the last 2 years of our class council? Do you want to feel that way again next year at the end of our senior year? We need change. 2, I, Dione Drew, have the experience it takes to succeed at this position. I can manage a budget, oversee spending, dream up big ideas, and bring our class together. I will be a great treasurer, but I will be so much more. And 3, as vocal as the 10 candidates have been in the last week, this is not about us. This is about you. You can select who you want to represent you for next year. You can pick your friends, or you can pick the candidates who will be the best council members. If you're lucky, you know or can vote for a candidate who will be both. I appreciate your vote.